Early March 2026, Northeast Ohio. Quiet town surrounded by dense forests, and suddenly, witnesses begin reporting something massive moving through the trees. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. Within just a few days, hikers, drivers, and homeowners all describe the same thing: a towering human-like creature disappearing into the woods. Different towns, different witnesses, but the same description keeps coming back: tall, hairy, walking upright, and the sightings seem to be moving east across Portage County towards Trumbull County.
But psychology asks a slightly different question. Why do multiple people in different places start seeing the same thing at the same time?
Then came March 9th. Two more sightings in Garrettsville. A man and his friend were hiking on the Headwaters Trail when they saw something step out from the tree line. They described a 10-foot tall Sasquatch, covered in dark hair, standing upright. One detail stuck with them. When the creature turned, it didn't turn its head at the neck, it turned at the shoulders. And then it disappeared. At this point, the descriptions are starting to sound very similar.
And this is where something called the availability heuristic comes into play. There's classic work by Tversky and Kahneman in 1973 showing that the easier something is to recall, the more likely we think it is. Once people hear about Bigfoot, Bigfoot becomes mentally available. Now, every sound in the wood isn't just a sound, it's a possibility. Every movement in the trees becomes something to interpret. Bigfoot didn't become more common, it became more available. The mind's measure on the Ohio Bigfoot flap. This wasn't just a series of sightings, it was a system. One report made the next one more likely, and the next, and the next. The environment didn't just contain trees and shadows, it contained expectations, stories, possibilities. Which means the real mystery might not be what was moving through the Northeast Ohio in March of 2026. It might be how the human mind, once it hears a story, begins to see it everywhere. And that raises an interesting question. Did these psychological factors make people see something that wasn't there? Or did they actually make people more accurate by drawing attention to something that was already there? Because expectation doesn't just increase false alarms. Sometimes it helps you detect a real signal. So the Ohio Bigfoot flap may not just be about misperception, it may be about how the mind adjusts when it believes something important might be out there.